on the channel, it's the return of the Kyle Peterson Top 5, as today we take a little special trip down to Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, to visit an old favorite, Cactus Jack. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another installment of the Kyle Peterson Top 5, a Thursday tradition here on the channel. And if you're watching these in order, of course, the last month or so, we've had best of top 10, top 5 year-end lists, having the old regular space on our Thursday videos. But now, those lists are done, 2021 is in the rear view, we move on to 2022, and we continue on with the Kyle Peterson Top 5, or possibly top 10, for certain figures, certain action figure lines out there. And today we've got a special one. I figured let's kick it off with a bang bang in 2022 with Cactus Jack, my favorite incarnation of Mick Foley. Obviously the first incarnation of Mick Foley I came across as a very young kid, watching the GWF, USWA, some of that kind of stuff. Of course, following his time through WCW, of course over to ECW, and then finally the WWE, WWF. So I really did follow his career basically from the beginning, outside of his jobber days in early WWF. But basically GWF, USWA onward, he was been a staple of my wrestling fandom for a long time. I've met him on many of occasions, even got to have pizza with him and Terry Funk one time at a Hall of Fame show, and I'll never forget that, getting to spend some time with them over a weekend, so that was pretty cool. So for all those reasons and so much more, Cactus Jack holds a special place in my wrestling figure, wrestling character fandom. So I figured no better time than now to do a top 5 list. And as usual, this is my top 5 list. Gonna ask you guys in the comments below, put them in order. That's the tough part, as you guys know, but let's hear your 5 favorite Cactus Jack figures of all time. You know, later on down the line, we'll probably do a Mankind one. I don't know if there's enough to do Dude Love. Maybe it's a Dude Love / Mick Foley. I don't know, but we'll do Mankind one day. We'll see about the other incarnations. I'm not sure if that's really possible. But Cactus Jack, definitely possible, and a guy that has more figures than you assume he would. So get your list together, put it in the comments below, and let's get after it. Let's start it off with the Mick Foley Cactus Jack Top 5. All right, we kick it off at number 5, and number 5 was a very exciting one. It was the first incarnation of Cactus Jack in the Mattel Elite line. This was a ringside exclusive. Here it is right here, old Cactus Jack. Now, it had a few things. You had some accessories with it that made it Cactus Jack, but all things considered, great to get our first time ever Cactus Jack in the Mattel line. Just great anytime we can get a Mattel or any line Cactus Jack figure from where I sit, as you guys know right here, of course. But as a ringside collectible exclusive was a little interesting. Ringside, you know, great for them, of course, but for the average Joe that doesn't know about the internet or doesn't know about ringside, they missed out on Cactus Jack. So that's always a little bit of a head scratcher sometime with some of the exclusives some of the other retailers get as well. But Cactus Jack, a fabulous one. I was very excited to get this one. I remember thinking how cool it was. They put that scar in his arm. I thought that was a really nice touch. Great head sculpt. I mean, before this, we had our Jack's Classic Superstars versions of Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, Mankind, Dude Love. So this was really new ground being broken. It was exciting times to get Cactus Jack, especially as a Cactus Jack fan like me. It's more of an old school Cactus Jack, and some of the, you know, the cheetah or leopard inspired boots here, cactus on the side. A little bit of plain Jane compared to some of the other Cactus Jacks that we have here in the lineup today that I'm going to talk about. But for being the first one, the excitement around this one is a ringside exclusive. I had to put this on my list, and that's why he came in at number 5. All right, we're at number 4, and for number 4, we have to journey back in time. We've got to get in the old time machine, and we got to go all the way back to 1998. And old Kyle, he was in high school in 1998, just right in the middle of beginnings of high school, I guess. But I was in high school, and I was buying wrestling figures, but my playing days were very, very waning. I was more buying them just to have and kind of put them on a shelf and display them. You know, I'd play with them, touch them and stuff, but the days of the long figure feds, those were pretty much over. But I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. I'm going to make sure nobody's around. Lemmy, cover your ears down there. Old Lemmy the Wonder Dog. But 1998, we got our first ever Cactus Jack figure. I don't think there was one before this. I believe this is the first one, at least definitely the first one I ever owned. We went all the way back to 1998, like I said, and we got the old No Holds Barred 3-pack, and I got that for this Cactus Jack figure. Sure, it was great to have Kane, some accessories, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mania running wild, as you guys know. But to get a Cactus Jack to be able to play with, to be able to have, I said, you know what, I'm going to, just for old time's sake, I'm going to dust off the old thing. It's time to have a little match. And I put this Cactus figure through its paces back in the day. It was just fun. You know, he would take the crazy, insane bumps. It was fun to reenact that. Now we're getting accessories, which back in the LJN days, the Hasbro days, you had to use your imagination. Well, Jack's Bone Crushers line, hey, we got chairs, we got ladders, we got tables, we got stuff like that. We got accessories. It was truly a golden age, and there's a lot of people of the time frame of BCAs that look back so fondly on them because of this. And that's why Cella Toys, nostalgia is a real thing. Cella coming out with Bone Crushers, not Crunchers, Crushers in 2022 to square up with these figures. Now, my Cactus Jack I had is long gone. I really do need a loose version of this. I've been kind of on the long game lookout. Need a minty loose version. I don't want to open this one up. One day I'll grab that. I definitely need a loose one, as I love this figure, and it was such a game changer at the time. Yeah, it doesn't have the bells and whistles of some of the later ones we got of Cactus Jack, but for the sentimental reasons, it just the good times with this one, it had to be on my list. There was no doubt in my mind, and that's why I'm putting him in at number 4. All right, we're at the halfway point. If you got your list together, make sure you put your list in the comments down below. And then while you're here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the video, of course. It doesn't hurt to share. Make sure you get your list of Cactus Jack. As a favorite of mine and probably a favorite of a lot of you guys. But number 3, we return to Mattel. Mattel really knocking it out of the park with some of these more modern day Cactus Jack figures. We just went way back to the Jack's Bone Cruncher days. But for number 3 for me, we're going to Elite Series 48. Elite Series 48 Cactus Jack. Not a ton of difference from the other one. I guess I might as well grab him for some comparison. A lot of the same stuff going on. Same hand, same arm, same scar. This scar is a little bit more redder, but we get that patented Foley flannel with this one. A lot of hardcore accessories like we got with both of them. But I do like the design better. You got the kind of snakeskin tights here. Once again, the leopard boots. Same head sculpt, same stuff like that. But for people that missed out on the ringside exclusive, now they got an everyday regular one in Elite 48. This one was also a little controversial. If I remember right off the top of my head, this was going to be in the WWE Hall of Fame Target exclusive line. Ended up not happening. Came out later on in this one. So that is some interesting knowledge there. So some people do have that Target exclusive packaging on one of the Cactus Jacks. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty rare piece. Something I don't own, but you guys know I'm not a mint on card collector for Mattel Elites, outside of a few special ones. But for me, number 3 had to be this Cactus Jack with the extra bells and whistles and the flannel, all that fun stuff. Really enjoy this one, and that's why he is at number 3. All right, here we are. We're at the top 2 Cactus Jack figures of all time, as voted by me, Kyle, of course. And number 2 is an interesting one. It is the most recent Cactus Jack figure we got. This came out in 2021, and if you guys watched my top 10 countdown videos, and if you didn't, what are you waiting for? Go back, check those out. You want to recap 2021, see the best in figures, watch all 11 countdown videos. Yes, there's 11 of them, or there's like 3 or 4 wrestling ones if you really want to talk wrestling. But this one was in my Mattel Elites of 2021. Very high on my list, very high on many other people's lists. What am I talking about? Once again, we go to Ringside Collectibles, the Ringside exclusive Cactus Jack. Down to the amazing packaging here, the amazing figure, ECW Cactus Jack, where he was re-energized. I loved him in WCW, I loved him in ECW, I loved him in all facets of his career, but Cactus Jack has always been my favorite. I was very happy when he was cut loose in ECW. You really saw the character grow, as you guys are fully aware of, I'm sure. But this is so good, I had to buy it twice. A figure so nice, Kyle had to buy it twice. There it is. I had to get this one, and I'm not a big autograph guy, but he's actually coming to town here in about a month. I may go to the show just to get him to autograph. I think a yellow paint pen would look great on this. There's certain characters I would love to have autographs of, Ultimate Warrior being one. I have many Warrior autographs, but I would have loved to get one in person. I do have Terry Funk. I have a few other ones that are special to me. This is one I wouldn't be opposed to getting autographed. And like I said, I'm not a big autograph guy, but I feel like I need to do this, and I probably will, so stay tuned for that. The Bang Bang hand fingers take this one to the next level. The ECW shirt, something different. Like I said, the packaging throughout, just amazing. A lot to love about this figure. Easily in my top 5. Not so easy. It was close, but he came in at number 2. All right, here we are. We're at the number 1 spot, my number 1 Cactus Jack figure of all time. Make sure you put your list in the comments down below. Put them in order, starting at 5, all the way to number 1, being your favorite, of course. And make sure you like this video. Make sure you give me your comment. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give it the old thumbs up. So let's get that out of the way. But number 1 for me was truly a game changer. We talked about that Jack's Bone Crunchers, how cool that was, how much I enjoyed that figure. But talk about taking things to the next level, as I like to say. This is exactly what it did. And it came from my favorite toy line of all time, at least wrestling-wise. We'll put it at that. My favorite wrestling figure line of all time, Jack's Classic Superstars. You guys may know where this one's going. We're looking at the Toy Fair Magazine exclusive Cactus Jack as my number 1 Cactus Jack figure of all time. Now, hopefully you guys have been following along with my Jack's Classic Superstars videos every single Tuesday on the channel for well over a year and a half now. We did talk about this one in depth and went into how much I loved it in this one, and I'm doing a little of that right now, but just awesome. When this was announced, I was all in, of course, as I was in all Jack's Classic Superstars, but I love the foil sticker, of course, the 1 of 3,000. But look at the accessories of this. A barbed wire board, a barbed wire baseball bat, soft goods shirt, a fabulous head sculpt. You know, some people say, oh, those Mattel head sculpts are better. Yeah, that's everybody's opinion. They are very good. But take this back. This is back in, let's see what year we at. 2008. So Mattel, this is 2021 when that last one came out. This is 2008. There's been a lot of technology advances. There's been a lot of stuff. So for this in 2008, you put that 2008 hat on. I don't know what would have been. A Yankees hat in 2008? I don't even know what it would have been back then. But you put that hat on. This was pretty dynamic. This was pretty awesome head sculpt. And then the accessories, the soft goods, the limited edition, really made this just an absolute stunning figure. And of course, some of you guys could make the case for this one, depending where you sit. And as you guys know, I sit here at this table right here. But what was this, Classic 19? Yep, Classic Series 19. They did do a regular release of this one. Different boots, a little bit different things, but primarily the same figure. Nowhere near the amount of accessories of this one, so that's another reason this one gets the Duke. But you could easily replace this one in the order if you really wanted to. For me, man, this is one of the big regrets. I really would like a loose one of these, a mint on card loose one, or a mint right off the card loose one, I should say. Hopefully one of those days, it's a little bit of that long game, I'll get a loose version of this Cactus. Just absolutely love it. There's a lot of other good Cactus Jacks that missed my top 5 for whatever reason, but a strong toy career. I think every figure he's had I have liked or have owned at least at one time, so that is always fun as well. But Cactus Jack, somewhat of the forgotten Foley face, I think. Mankind is the number 1. A lot of people then remember Mick Foley. It always seems Mankind, Mick Foley, then Cactus Jack, maybe Dude Love after that. But to me, for my total history of watching wrestling and everything, Cactus Jack has been the most special for me and the one I enjoyed the most over the years. Especially, you know, the Japan. I forgot to mention his Japan time, those Terry Funk matches. I remember being a high school kid, getting those tapes from a friend in Japan on VHS. It was just a magical time before the internet really took off with stuff. It was crazy getting some of those tapes and just being blown away at what you were watching that you'd never see anything like that in WCW, WWE, or even ECW really at the time. So for a lot of reasons, absolutely love Cactus Jack. So there it is, the top 5 Cactus Jacks as voted by me. Make sure you put your list in the comments down below. And until next time, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.